What is going on, YouTube, man? It's y'all's boy Young Fall back at it with another video for y'all. And hey, we're finna be reacting to a time when a non-NBA Michael Jordan destroyed a team of all NBA All-Stars, man. And I ain't gonna lie, this video got recommended to me by y'all down in the comments below. So I appreciate y'all suggestions down below that y'all make me in the comments. But hey, let's get right into this video so we can keep learning about that era of basketball. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to witness, so definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content. But hey, let's go.
Michael Jordan was being referred to as the GOAT before he even played in the NBA.
Before he played in the NBA is kind of wicked, I'm not gonna lie. But let's see, let's learn in this video, chat. I'm gonna come into it with an open mind.
And back in the 80s, the U.S. men's Olympic basketball team was very different than what we know it as today. Back then, the Olympic basketball team was made up of only amateur players.
Amateur players.
College kids. It wasn't until 1992 when FIBA began to allow professionals to play on Olympic teams, and we were blessed with this roster. But
woo, that was a team.
Olympic team full of college kids. In 1984, the U.S. men's basketball roster was made up of guys like Patrick Ewing, Chris Mullin, Sam Perkins, and other notable college stars.
I heard a couple of them, maybe.
Summer, a young Michael Jordan was getting drafted by the Bulls as the 3rd overall pick. But instead of being in New York for draft night, Jordan was busy in the gym preparing with the Olympic team. Oddly enough, 2 guys that got cut from the roster were Charles Barkley and John Stockton.
Dang, they cut those 2 big names out. I mean, I've heard of them. I've seen a couple clips, but I don't know too much about these players specifically personally. But hey, for them to get cut out of this draft, but of course MJ's there. I mean, hey, chat, what do y'all think about that?
This team was.
But were college players in the 80s even good, bro? Keep it a buck. Keep it honest, man. Keep it honest, chat. What do y'all think? Do y'all think, like, early 80s players were even that tough? Like, I feel like it was just such a different era in the game as it evolved. So there's no way. Like, 90s and obviously later 80s, like, I've learned, chat, but early 80s and, that's an old era, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Legit. But even the best college players in the country were no match for
Ooh.
established NBA players.
Wait, what?
Right? Well, in the summer of 1984, the Olympic team, led by legendary coach Bobby Knight, set out to prove how good this Olympic team really was. Over the course of July, Team USA was scheduled to play Team NBA 8 times. These were exhibition games that were used as a bit of a practice run for Team USA to build some chemistry and face some tough competition. The NBA team was made up of some names you may or may not recognize. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin McHale, Bill Walton, Danny Ainge, Robert Parrish, James Worthy, Clyde Drexler, Larry Nance, Michael Cooper, Alex English, and more.
So they were stacked. Chat, do y'all think this is a stacked team? I feel like I've seen a lot of like more modern NBA teams be more stacked. But was this a stacked team back then, chat?
They were really good. Basically supposed to slap the college kids around a bit, push them harder than they've ever been pushed before at the college level, and
Jordan number 9. I noticed when Jordan plays on the Olympic teams, he always has number 9, chat. Of course his number's been 23. He had to be 45 when he came back. I don't know why specifically 45 when he came back, and then switched back to 23. But why number 9? Here, chat, is there a reasoning behind that number? I'm just curious, chat. If y'all actually know the answer, that historic answer to that question, you know what I'm saying? Let me know down below in the comments, man. I'd appreciate, some insight.
Like when you see Alabama football schedule some relatively small FCS team just to beat up on them. Everyone wins. The big school gets a warm-up run and adds another win to their record, and the small school gets to face competition they usually wouldn't, and more often than not get a very large sum of money for their troubles. The small school is not supposed to win. This Olympic team was not supposed to win, except they did, over and over and over.
With the backboard.
92-79, 96-85, 128 to 106. They were whooping the NBA teams.
Yo!
In fact, the Olympic team, filled with only college kids and very recent draftees, won all 8 games.
Dang,
but
that's
no
a
game
lot.
was more eye-opening than the second to last one on the exhibition tour. It's July 21st, 1984. Team USA has won 6 games in a row against the NBA team, and the NBA guys are not happy. Losing to a bunch of college kids repeatedly was more than enough to kick them into high gear. The NBA team gets out to a hot start. Magic, Isaiah, and NBA All-Star Walter Davis come out firing, overwhelming their college opponents. They were not
calm. Nothing crazy so far, I ain't gonna lie.
Except they forgot one thing. The other team had Michael Jordan.
Oh, y'all forgot about Michael Jordan, man. AC number 9, chat.
Magic Johnson, and there you saw Michael Jordan's tremendous skills as he went past Magic Johnson.
A 21-year-old Jordan, fresh out of college and not a single NBA game under his belt, absolutely lights the NBA team up, putting on moves and shots that most of these NBA players just could not defend. They had never seen anything like it, and that is not an overstatement. After playing against Michael that summer, Magic said that he was already one of the best players in the NBA, and he hadn't even put on an NBA jersey yet.
Oh.
After coaching Jordan for just 3 months that summer, Bobby Knight said that Jordan was the best basketball player that he had ever seen.
I guess I did forget this was still college Michael Jordan.
At the time, Michael was just 21.
I mean, the kid is just
He was a kid.
Absolutely great kid.
Young guy.
If we're going to pick the 3 or 4 best athletes I've ever seen play basketball, he'd be one of them. I think he's the best athlete I've ever seen play basketball, bar none. If I were going to pick people with the best ability I'd ever seen play the game, he'd be one of them. If I were going to pick the best competitors that I'd ever seen play, he'd be one of them.
Oh, this guy in the college?
Skill, and then athletic ability.
Chat, I don't know if I've reacted to too much college Michael Jordan. If y'all actually have a video for me to react to on that, let me know down below. I'd love to react to college Michael Jordan, man.
He's the best athlete. He's one of the best competitors. He's one of the
more
most
to learn.
players, and that to me makes him the best basketball player that I've ever seen play.
The Olympic team went on to win the game 84-72. Jordan dropped 27. The leading scorer from the NBA team, Walter Davis, with 14. The way that a pre-NBA Michael Jordan dominated a group of NBA All-Stars is something we may never see again. Could you imagine if today a college kid was running scrimmages against NBA All-Stars and not
that would
only
be
left them
crazy.
all
I ain't gonna lie, that's modern day Victor Wembanyama, chat. I'll be honest with y'all. Victor Wembanyama's done that. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, Michael Jordan was something back then, so Michael Jordan definitely had, respect from a couple players back in the day.
But dominated each and every one of them for an entire summer. What Michael Jordan did in the summer of '84 is commonly overlooked, yet is one of the most amazing pieces of basketball I've ever seen.
Wow.
But if there's one statement that sums up how incredible Michael Jordan played that summer, it's this.
In my opinion, Michael Jordan has the opportunity to become one of the all-time great basketball players in the history of the game. I'm talking about in the class of the Weston Robertson.
Ooh, NBA draft 1984, third player selected in the draft.
As a basketball player, and he got the shooting, ball handling, movement.
And he was always good at free throws, Chad. We see this as something consistent.
Game yet, Michael Jordan was already being referred to as one of the best players to ever play the game.
Okay, I think by college is kind of crazy to call that, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, there must have, for people to say that in this guy's college career before he even hit the NBA, he must have been doing something absolutely spectacular, in my humble opinion.
Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
But chat, let me know what y'all thought about this video down below. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was tough. Definitely in that college era. And hey, he was spanking those NBA All-Stars, man. And a couple of them didn't even get drafted on the USA team. You know what I'm saying, man? But hey, let me know, comment down below what your favorite clip was. And you know what I'm saying? With that being said, hit that like button if y'all did like the video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other content I'm producing for y'all. But hey, with that being said, I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas and a good rest of your day.